I picked Manchester City to be first due to them really reinforcing their squad. In midfield, they brought Rodri from Atletico Madrid, and they bought the right back from Piemonte, aka Juventus. Juventus, João Cancelo, and they really reinforced them. Like, it's really difficult. They have been champions for 2 years in a row, and clearly it's looking like they're going to be champions for a third time now. And with Aguero still basically at his prime, Sterling going to his prime, and even if Sané leaves for Bayern Munich, they still have Bernardo Silva to play in the wing. Even though he's not as fast as Sané, he's still going to be a threat on the side. Even though Liverpool won the Champions League, I still think they're going to finish second. I think they're still going to finish second due to the goalkeeper issue. They lost Alisson during the preseason. Adrian got taken out in the first match of the Premier League season. And even though he came back to play in the second game of the league, he's still not as good as Alisson, and there was some thinking that he might still be injured and not at his full. So for Manchester United, Rashford and Martial basically seem to be their main players, and Pogba obviously, even though there has been some rumors that he might be moving to Madrid. But besides that, they don't really have a team that can win the Premier League. Even if Maguire came to the squad to reinforce their defense, they're still not good enough to win the league. So yeah, I think Tottenham are going to finish fourth, even though they went to the final of the Champions League. Unlike him, I believe Kane is not really required for the squad, and they play better without him. When they played against Ajax, they played way better. Lucas was their main player and did better than Kane did in most of the Champions League matches during the last two matches. And they still might be a threat to the other top teams and deciding whether they win the Premier League or not, but I don't think they're a top team at the moment to win the Premier League, obviously. Okay, I might regret putting Chelsea in fifth because I think they're actually going to do worse than what I think. But basically them getting a transfer ban and losing Hazard really killed their season already, and that can be shown in the first two matches of the season. Like I said, I might regret putting Chelsea in fifth because I think Arsenal might be in that position due to them buying Pepe and their attack being phenomenal at already the start of the season. Their midfield is pretty average. That's why I think they're going to finish at around fifth.
Yeah, and let's not forget their defense. They don't have the best defense.
Their defense is not really good, even though their keeper is good, Leno.
Yeah, and let's not forget that they did acquire David Luiz, but
their other center back problem and right back issue with Bellerin being injury prone,
and he's just been out of form lately.
Yeah,
hasn't really been his best like when he used to be.
Now that I think about it, another one that I might regret is Wolves. Their team did a fantastic job for their first season back in the Premier League with their signing of Raul Jimenez. Wolves midfield is also being led by Moutinho, which instantly showed being an improvement to their team. And their defense is pretty okay. It's not the best, but it's still solid enough it's pretty solid enough to break the top six. And it might go on to actually do that now that we're looking at it. I think Everton will stay around 8 because it's always a team that stays around 8. And I think them buying Keane will really reinforce their team, but it won't be enough due to his lack of experience. So they'll probably still finish like in 8th place, which is what they always finish in. Right?
Yeah, not that specific.
But like around 8th,
just around that area.
10th. I think West Ham is going to finish in 9th. They aren't really a top team. They're barely a middle league team. How would you say?
They're just not one of the top.
Yeah. Okay. West Ham is not really one of the top teams, so I think they're gonna finish ninth. They really don't have an attacking force, or a midfield, or even a defense, but they're good enough to be a mid-tier team, at most. I don't think Watford are gonna finish any higher than 10th, due to them not having any activity in the transfer market, and their best player being De La Feu, which is still a top player, but it's still not someone to be able to carry them due to their lack of good defense or midfield.
Yeah.
Even their goalkeeper is average, Gomez. They really don't have a team that's good enough to finish above the top 10.
All right, so these were our predictions. Of course, they're not the best predictions, but at the end of the day, we are deluded. So if we were wrong, then I don't know, we're wrong. But I think Liverpool's gonna finish, first place.
We'll see how this turns out at the end of this season.
Yep.
Right.